The Middle East, a region synonymous with volatility, finds itself once again teetering on the brink. Tensions between the United States and Iran have reached fever pitch, sparking fears of a conflagration that could engulf the entire region. The bone of contention, Iran's nuclear ambitions and its alleged support for regional proxies viewed through the lens of deep-seated mistrust and animosity. At the heart of the current crisis lies a war of words, each side accusing the other of provocation and aggression. The US, under the Trump administration, has adopted a particularly hawkish stance, accusing Iran of sponsoring terrorism and threatening the stability of the region. Iran, in turn, views the US presence in the Middle East as a form of neo-imperialism, aimed at undermining its sovereignty and regional influence. Adding fuel to the fire is Israel, a staunch US ally and Iran's arch-nemesis. Israel, which views a nuclear-armed Iran as an existential threat, has repeatedly warned that it will not hesitate to take unilateral military action to prevent Iran from acquiring nuclear weapons capability. The possibility of an Israeli strike, whether preemptive or retaliatory, adds another layer of complexity to an already volatile situation. The international community, meanwhile, watches with bated breath, urging restraint and dialogue. The spectre of another devastating war in the Middle East, with its attendant human cost and geopolitical ramifications, hangs heavy in the air. In a clear demonstration of its seriousness, the United States has significantly bolstered its military presence in the Persian Gulf. This build-up, intended to deter Iranian aggression and reassure US allies in the region, includes the deployment of advanced fighter jets, bombers, and warships. Among the military assets deployed are B-52 bombers, known for their long-range strike capabilities, and F-35 fighter jets, considered to be among the most sophisticated aircraft in the world. These deployments, coupled with the presence of aircraft carrier strike groups in the region, underscore the US military's ability to project power and respond swiftly to any perceived threat. The US military buildup has not gone unnoticed by Iran, which views it as a provocation and a prelude to a possible attack. Iranian officials have warned that any attack on their country will be met with a swift and decisive response, targeting US interests in the region and beyond. The deployment of US military assets in such close proximity to Iranian shores has heightened tensions in the region, raising fears of miscalculation or an accident that could spiral into a full-blown conflict. President Trump, known for his unpredictable foreign policy pronouncements, has repeatedly warned Iran against any attempts to develop nuclear weapons or threaten US interests in the region. In his characteristically blunt style, Trump has vowed to unleash fire and fury on Iran if it crosses any red lines. Trump's rhetoric, while consistent with his administration's policy of maximum pressure on Iran, has been criticized by some as being counterproductive and increasing the risk of war. Critics argue that Trump's bellicose language, coupled with the US military buildup, only serves to embolden hardliners in Iran and make a diplomatic solution less likely. Despite international pressure to tone down his rhetoric, Trump has remained defiant, insisting that his tough stance is necessary to bring Iran to the negotiating table. Whether Trump's gamble will pay off or backfire remains to be seen. Section 4. Iran's resolute stand, unbowed and unbent. Iran, for its part, has remained defiant in the face of US pressure. Iranian officials, including President Hassan Rouhani and Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, have categorically rejected any preconditions for talks and vowed to resist US attempts to dictate its foreign policy. Iran maintains that its nuclear program is for peaceful purposes only, a claim disputed by the US and its allies. Iran insists that it has the right to develop nuclear energy under the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty, of which it is a signatory. In response to US sanctions and military pressure, Iran has gradually reduced its commitments under the 2015 nuclear deal known as the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action. The JCPOA, which was negotiated by the Obama administration and other world powers, placed limits on Iran's nuclear program in exchange for the lifting of sanctions. Iran's decision to scale back its commitments under the JCPOA is seen as an attempt to pressure European signatories to the deal to do more to shield Iran from US sanctions. It also reflects Iran's determination to assert its independence and resist what it perceives as US bullying.